Biloxi blues. It happens every night.
Every night.
I ain't never met a riverboat dealer that could ever be a friend of mine.
I have
Summer heat never treats me kind. It leaves trouble on my mind. So I'm bidding farewell, putting in my notice, and I'll see you at another time.
Sing.
This highway does not know my name, and I don't care.
Nope, I don't care.
Headed my way for another place, and I got 3 good tires and a spare.
It's right to the hook, guys.
Just a white line gypsy getting out of Mississippi with just enough gas to get there.
Low budget, live, the not so live variety from the Low Budget Live Bar and Grill here in beautiful southern middle Tennessee. And we're back. We are back here after a few days away. And I'm glad to be back. Kind of. I actually posted a video today saying how, and I've talked about it on this show, your life should be where you don't really want a vacation. But sometimes when you go to places that are so absolutely mind-bending, incredible, it's like, real life sucks, dude. And Triple Threat and I, Marissa D, we just had that kind of trip down in Mexico. Went to Cancun. This was, I guess, the 3rd time that we've done that over the years, and went to that country in particular, and it's a wonderful time. It's a really good time. We had a couple little hiccups that I'll tell you all about, but overall, muy bien. Okay, muy bien trip. I don't El Tripo. I think I'm not sure, because everybody pretty much speaks English down there, so I don't have to know Spanish because I'm a selfish person, and I know just enough Spanish to get me by, and they know a lot of English, so it's all good. It's all good. This is the podcast for Wednesday, August the 14th, and if you see right here, ladies and gentlemen, there is another chair in the Bar and Grill joining me today, and we will have an in-studio guest, lots to celebrate. So it always hits me around this time of year. This is 7 years of this craziness. Yes, 7 years of Low Budget Live. Where's the... Yeah, thank you guys. Appreciate that. Oh, you're too kind. Oh, hey. Oh, what? Yeah. Okay. All right, that's enough. Sit down. Yeah, 7 years of this craziness. 7 years. And what Marissa D, the Triple Threat, and I were celebrating was our 10-year wedding anniversary, which I have talked about on here the last couple of weeks. But on August 8th, 8/8 is our date. And 10 years, man. We've been together 10 freaking years. It's hard to believe. It's incredible, to be honest, that she's put up with my bullcrap for that long. It's crazy, man. We had such a great time reminiscing about stuff and just kind of being away for just a few days, and it was a special trip. Special trip. I want to thank some sponsors real quick. Then I'm going to get into just a few things today, and then I'm going to bring in our guest. I want to say too, I apologize. I'm having internet issues. And I wanted this to be alive. I can't do it right now. Spectrum sucks, okay? I repeat, Spectrum sucks. We live not really in the sticks too bad, close enough to the city limits that we should be able to get decent internet. And there's some other providers coming in here. I'm fixing to get me some of that Elon Musk internet, Tesla internet or whatever it is. I'm thinking about it real hard because Spectrum, again, sucks. And we have had, God, for the last 2 months, man, just nonstop problems. I have their crappy internet also at Southern Boating Supply at the shop, and awful. awful people. Like you rarely find a good person within their organization when you call. And I know maybe some of y'all work for them that listen to the show, and I apologize. You're a fine lowlifer yourself, but they're terrible. They're terrible, man. We've got, between Marissa and I, hours on the phone on hold with these people, man. And you feel like you're being held hostage. And of course, in this day and time, we cut the cord with cable a long time ago so we could pay like triple what we were for cable for all the streaming services. Got to be able to watch 90 Day Fiance. And we got all the streaming, And so TV, of course, I work from here when I'm not at the shop. I do all of this craziness. And it sucks when it doesn't work, right? We're so connected. And Spectrum just sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. It sucks. And it's our only option right now at the house other than Starlink by Elon Musk, and I'm fixing to try something different. So I apologize. No live until I can get something back going out here in the bar and grill, because we're screwed right now. I want to thank some sponsors real quick. Fish Tips. This episode is brought to you by the folks at Fish Tips. They want to help you catch more fish by giving you just the tip. Okay, that's all you need. Maybe you don't want to go with a guide, but you'd like a little guided advice. You know what I mean? Well, that's what fishtips.com has available for you. From pro anglers to local guides, you can get the goods and use code LBL10 to save some money on your first tip at fishtips.com. Gillfishing.com, they want to give you a gift just for being a lowlifer. Use code LBLGIFT at checkout during the month of August, and you can get a UV Tech hat for free just for spending $75, I believe is the deal this month. $75. LBL gift. Spend $75. You get a hat for the month of August. And the hats are bad to the bone. Gillfishing.com. Pro Guide Batteries. It's this hat I got on. Man, I've been rocking this thing lately. Pro Guide Batteries, ProGuideBatteries.com. You can use code LBL10 there as well to save on some of the best batteries in the game. They've got their new charger lineup that is amazing. The lithium cranking batteries are solid as a rock. The AGMs, if you don't want lithiums, they got it going on there as well. I've ran them all, and I've never had an issue from AGMs to lithiums. ProGuideBatteries.com, LBL10. Bait-WRX.com, Bait-WRX, Bait-Works.com. It's the exclusive online home of the LOB jig, the one and only jig with the Low Budget Live logo on the pack, the 3-aught custom trocar hook that is stout enough to use it on big line and get fish out of those places that you need to throw a jig. You know what I'm saying? But it gets bit with that finer than frog hair skirt. Dunkin-10 saves you on everything on the site. Dunkin-10, bait-works.com. And last but not least, hang the banner. That old Express Boats Bassmaster Classic winning banner, or the imaginary banner, here in the bar and grill. Express Boats, I'm running that X21 Pro LE right now, but that X19 is a bad dude, and the new H20 has joined the family with that 175 Yamaha show on the back of that bad dude, running close to 60 miles an hour, more tackle storage than you can shake a stick at. The new H20 does not break the bank. Fantastic ride. I took one out at the dealer meeting a couple weeks ago, and it is a fun boat. Go check them out at a local dealer. The H20 by Express Boats, building excitement since 1966. All right. A few things here. Want to say Jacob Wheeler, Freak of Nature, AOY, yet again. Our guest is sneaking up the stairs, which is funny. Yet again, he did it. He won AOY. Drew Gill, shout out to my little buddy Drew Gill, finishing second, capping off an incredible season with a second and Angler of the Year. I mean, got him a win this year. Like, for real, we've had him on here. Y'all know that. And he's just a bright spot in the sport. In my opinion, I like me some Drew Gill. So congrats to him, and congrats to Michael Neal, my old buddy Eeyore himself from over there around Chickamauga, getting him another BPT win right there. Michael Neal on the St. Lawrence River. And congrats to Ed Loughran on the elite win. I was in Mexico trying to keep up with it because, man, it was the tightest finish in Elite Series history. You had Chris Johnson winning by an ounce, and my Goldval's buddy Rob G right there, man, like 5 ounces out. And I was trying to keep up through Bass Track. I had Wi-Fi down there at the old resort, and was trying to keep up with it the best I could. And I hate it, man. You know, Chris has got to win. I'm super pumped for Ed, but there's always two sides of that coin when something's close. You know, it's Ed's first win. Rob G's made 3 top 10s this year. He was right there, and texting back and forth with Rob. He said that one stung. You know, but dude, he's going to get him one. There ain't no doubt about it. And just what a freaking year. What a year here on the Elite Series for that young man. And so many of the young guys. Kyle Patrick had a heck of a tournament again. Just getting things done. Justin Hamner going into the St. Lawrence River, which I believe starts Thursday. They had the crazy weather, hurricane, tropical storm, whatever, push them back a day. So they are not fishing. They had only got 2 days of practice at the St. Lawrence River, and then they're going to turn things loose on Thursday on the St. Lawrence, which I'm sure will be yet another smallmouth beat down. Maybe some largemouth mixed in. Those BPT boys caught some big largemouth, look like. From some of the posts I saw, I didn't get to watch any of it, but some of the posts look like some big largemouth getting caught on the St. Lawrence. So maybe that plays a little bit. It looks like everybody, from all the practice posts, everybody's planning on making a 100-mile run to the lake, which God bless you. That's a long ways in a bass boat. Speaking of long ways in a bass boat, Wes Logan. Holy crap. I know by now everybody's seen the video. Incredible, man. He's lucky to walk away after that. And I've got to say, the folks at Precision Sonar, I've ran their electronics mounts for years. Fantastic. But they make the leash. They have the leash. I'll be honest, I have one in the garage. It's not on my boat because I'm lazy. And I need it on there because it did save that motor from potentially coming in the boat, over in the boat with Wes. Lord knows what would have happened. But he had a floating dock out there in the middle of the lake. Just scary, scary, scary situation, man. And just glad he's okay. Wes is a real one, a great dude. And what a damn, I've watched the video so many times. I'm about thrown up, to be honest, because it just, man, the water can kill you so quick. It's just, if y'all kept up with the show for a number of years, I've got my stories of dealing with things like that and coming up on some horrible situations when I was a young man out on the water many, many, many years ago now. And it's just scary how quick it can turn. So always wear your damn life jacket and your kill switch. And thank God Wes had his on. Obviously, it's within tournament rules, but thank God he had it on. And I just want to say, Skeeter boats, it's what Wes runs. That boat handled that situation. That could have gone 1,000 different ways, and that boat handled that situation so freaking good as well. So his equipment kept him safe, kept him alive, and the dude went to the hospital and went back out to finish his limit to get those points. And can't say enough about that tough little sucker. I mean, that was something to see. BPT has not I haven't seen it. I've seen people saying that they've seen it. The list of anglers getting released from the BPT for next year. Here and there, a lot of names on there. I think it's like 35 maybe getting cut. Who knows? I can't keep up. But I'm waiting on an official press release before we talk that to death. But should be a fun week on the St. Lawrence River. Old buddy Kyle Patrick's already caught an 8-pounder in practice that just missed the New York State record by just a few ounces. Insane. And there's a rumor going around that an Elite Series rookie got waypoints from a Bass Pro Tour official. You heard that here. And it's probably going to take a polygraph test. It's what, some of them rookies now, they just can't help it. They get a lot of them polygraphs, rightfully so, I believe. Rightfully so. All right, this is a special episode. We rolled through some fishing goodness, and we'll get back to some. But I have a very, very special guest that I'm going to bring in here in just a few seconds. She's waiting in the wings. I don't know. She's giving me signals from behind the bright lights of the bar and grill. I'm not real sure what she's saying right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Ladies and gentlemen, she's trying to creep in here on camera. You're on camera right now. Officially on camera.
Well, I look bad.
You look bad? Oh, baby, you don't ever look bad. Come on.
Hat
Huh?
and a filter. Do you do filters?
Do I do filters? Ladies and gentlemen, the triple threat in the bar and grill. You're going to need to get closer to that microphone
Okay.
so the people can hear you. You don't have to wear those if you don't want to. I do, so I can hear. You need something to shield you
A
from.
hat. A sponsor hat.
If only we had hats that said Southern Boating Supply, our company. If only.
Can you?
You have been. We are recording this on Tuesday evening. We said this is going to be a live. That's how I advertised it. You didn't say anything because
No.
you normally choose to ignore me and my request for the one and only low budget live.
Tried today.
You did try today. You tried, and I was like, no. We've been married 10 years, and it's a special. And this week is 7 years of low budget live as well. This is you didn't know that because you don't care, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, you don't support me in anything. If only she supported me, I'd probably be a better man.
Well, could you say that we got in bed at like 1 and I got up at like 4:30 and then I've just.
Oh, we got in bed at 1. We were driving back from the airport. Nothing cool, guys. Nothing cool. Nothing cool. No fashion shows. Nothing cool.
And then I worked.
And then you did work, and you were up. You were up very early. We were in bed at 1 a.m.
Yes, and I've been at Weston's golf tournament, and it was 100.
Shout out Wes.
He killed it. And it was 180 degrees on that golf course, and so, ta-da!
And you just got back, and I
Yes.
said, please
And
come
I
to the bar
haven't
and
eaten.
grill. And you haven't had dinner. And I said, please come to the bar and grill because the people need the triple threat. Mm-hmm. They do. I get more requests for triple threat episodes, and they're just, you know, they're just sprinkled in throughout the history of LBL. They're just sprinkled in, and most of them have been live. I don't know. Actually, so before we did a live, I don't know how many of these we've done like this, not live. Most of the time it's live.
Most of the time you trap me live.
Trap you live. Damn, that sounds terrible.
So then this way I feel like if I change my mind, we just don't do it.
But we're doing it. Like we're recording.
No,
right
but
now.
I can
I'll
say
turn this down.
no.
You can't say no. Like I'm
No
not
means
editing. I don't
no.
edit.
No means
I have your consent on this. I think
maybe.
you're looking at that camera right there.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
Do you do filters?
Yeah, I'll make you look like. Who do you want to look like?
Me 10 years ago.
Damn, can you take some weight off me too with filters?
So hot right now.
It's hot up here, dude.
know.
And this air conditioner in the bar and grill doesn't do jack crap. So I ran through sponsors. I've ran through some fishing things. But you and I, 10 years
10 years.
on the 8th.
0808.
88, and just got back from Mexico.
We did.
We flew to Cancun.
We did.
Let's walk everybody through this just magical, mystical trip that was Cancun, because we decided this about the second week of July that we were going to go out of the country.
Very short.
So there's a website that has deals, and we've done this kind of thing before. We've done
Yeah.
it. In 10 years, we've gone out of the country 5 times. Mm-hmm. And if you're sitting at home and you're like, one of those folks that's like, must be nice.
It is.
It is nice. But understand, it's not
Hard.
unaffordable. It's just not.
no.
It's not, because
It's not hard.
there are deals. It's not hard.
Payment plan deals.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's
like
payment.
you can
Like
go.
we've gone probably when we shouldn't have. We were broke as a joke, and which
Those
is
were
more
fun
times,
times.
more times than not broke as a joke. But early on in our marriage, we did it a couple times, because sometimes you just got to have a break, man. You gotta take care of yourself. I think it's real important.
Yeah.
So go do that. And you and I like to travel. We don't get to travel together that much. I travel a ton.
A lot.
And we don't get to. I feel like I text you every time I'm at the airport, and like it makes me sad when I see couples, because you know they're going on fun trips, unless they got their kids with them and they're going to Disney World, and they might be going to get a
Matching
divorce.
shirts.
They might be going to get a divorce. So always some old boy getting cussed out in the Orlando airport, the rental
Yes.
car line,
Yes.
and marriage headed to hell. But we like to travel, and we booked this trip just a little bit ago. How many hours did I spend just watching YouTube videos and trying to pick out, because we had a lot of options. You're like, oh, this is our price range, a lot of options.
Yep.
And I just scoured the YouTubes and
slept.
looking at reviews, and but I spent a lot of time on this.
Yeah, I mean, I fell asleep every night with you doing this. You were really putting in the work.
But I ended up settle on a place called the Grand Palladium White Sands. Mm-hmm. And Marissa, if you had to describe it in one word, the Grand Palladium White Sands, we flew into Cancun. It's about an hour from Cancun. Mm-hmm. We took a shuttle, a private shuttle. Mm-hmm. Old boy drove 1,000 miles an hour.
I was afraid.
It was sketchy.
I was afraid.
He was playing a lot of 2000s rap and thought that was making us happy, and it was. I was having a great time in the back seat.
I think he was distracting us from the
He
fact
was
that
trying-
we were close to death so many
We
times.
for real almost had a couple wrecks
Yeah.
with old boy. Saw some pickup trucks full of machine guns a couple times with the federales.
We did see that.
Police checkpoints, a lot going on. But we were going down to Riviera Maya, but we arrive at the Grand Palladium on Thursday evening, and Marissa Triple Threat Dunkin, what would you describe? Tell everybody the first welcoming words you got from the staff there as I was trying to check in behind two ladies that were cussing them out because they were having a terrible experience. Should have been enough to let us know we should just get back on
Yes.
the bus we came on. What was your first experience at the Grand Palladium?
He told me to protect myself from the mosquitoes so I didn't get malaria. And so I tried to bounce back and say, aren't there monkeys here? And he said that they were big and aggressive.
You can do the accent.
No, I'm
Come
not.
on, do the accent, dude.
No.
Monkeys.
Stop it.
That's what he said.
And he said that they will bite you.
So we get all the way down there. Mm-hmm. First experience. And listen, we've gone to 5. This is our 5th time going to like an all-inclusive kind of deal.
Yep.
And most of the time, man, you get pulled up and they're like, welcome.
Champagne.
It's like welcome committee. And this place is like, hey, your shit's over there. Like, it was just weird.
Yes.
It was a weird vibe. And this place gets good reviews. And some of y'all listening have
I
probably been
think
like,
they do their own reviews.
they must, dude. All right. So we set that up. Mm-hmm. We check in. They're like, oh, Mr. Duncan, would you like an upgrade? Would you like an upgrade? And we're like, what?
Upgrade.
Of course we want an upgrade. Upgrades are great. And they were like, we're going to put you in a bungalow. And I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah. And I'm
'Cause
thinking like the glass
Yeah, the ones that are on the ocean. We don't
fish.
know.
We don't know.
We booked an oceanfront suite.
Uh-huh.
We go to the bungalow. We get in the a little golf cart with another old buddy, and we go right around the corner. And turns out we were basically in the lobby,
We're pretty much in the lobby.
pretty much in the lobby. And our bungalow is on a man-made
Swamp. There was moss, and that's where the malaria was.
I kept saying, I bet they need a frog in here because it looked like Gunnersville in the fall. It's like this crusty, just like scum, y'all know, and it smelled like it. Y'all know what that stuff smells like at y'all fishermen. And there were
It smelled like
tilapia swimming around, so that was kind of cool. But it was clear water. But and we're right there. Like, we didn't go 100 yards from where we started when we got let out of the deal. And I know this is like first world problems or whatever because you're
Sucks to be
griping,
you.
griping about your all inclusive. So this goes on. This place supposedly has 13 restaurants, like all
It
the
does
things.
not.
It does not. We have, and this is on our actual anniversary. We have a terrible meal when we get there at a buffet. We're like, oh God, this food has been here for a minute. I'm talking about like your local Shoney's.
No, I would take a Shoney's.
That's what I'm
over-
saying.
yeah,
Like,
over
give
this.
me Shoney's.
Give
and
me Shoney's or give me death over this.
We almost got death. At
Malaria.
This place. Malaria.
Malaria.
You did it. You did it. I got you to do it.
He said, "Monkey bite you."
I got you to do it.
No, stop that.
And anyways, the restaurants are like, you're supposed to book reservations through an app. And look, there ain't nobody there but us. There's like 20 people walking around maybe weird vibe. If y'all have ever been to these kind of places,
Very
there's
weird.
like music playing, there's people around. Nothing like that at this one at
Nothing.
all, right? So we try to go to dinner. We can't get stupid after work. We walk in at this one place, 2 tables with people in it. This is after the buffet, well after the buffet. And we get turned away
Because it left us.
yeah, we
wanting
weren't going
more.
to eat because we didn't want food poisoning.
Yeah.
And so we go to
go
this
with
place.
malaria.
Malaria, food poisoning. Hey, what else can we get? Speaking of triple threat. And the mosquitoes did suck, to be fair.
Every
They were
time we opened the door
to the bungalow.
bungalow, mosquitoes came in.
And the shower was outside.
And it wasn't like, it was like, oh, you've got a fun outside shower and a normal shower. You had one option, and it was a shower outside.
With the malaria mosquitoes in a cesspool of water. Not good. So
Poor
I've
drainage.
spent a decent amount here. Well, we get turned away, though, at this restaurant, and I'm pissed. And we go have
He
room
was
service in the room, which was terrible food. It was terrible. Like, it's terrible, terrible, terrible. I've had worse, but not when I paid what we paid to go to this place. And so, anyways, this goes into the next day.
Are you going to skip where he came into our room?
Oh, God!
I mean,
Dude, I keep forgetting this part. Should we break it down for the folks at home what was happening?
let me tell you, because I'll buffer where you probably want. So the
Oh, I ain't buffering nothing, girl.
okay, so there was that.
We soldiered through. Let's say that. Like,
We
maybe I
soldiered
had a little gummy. Maybe.
I did not. So we
I did.
So we tested the outside shower,
Hey, girl. What?
and it left a lot to be desired because it was weird.
Not me. I didn't.
Shut up.
You got to say that to the lowlifers.
Hey, not Luke. The
Yeah.
shower left some things
Suck.
to. So anyway, so I felt like a drink and a bath would turn things around. So I was having a drink and a bath. It was a large tub.
Triple threat. Triple threat.
So then it was a large tub for more than one person. So Luke decided to have a drink and a bath simultaneously.
I was invited, cuz.
This is the buffer version.
Our kids never listen to this podcast, thank God. They would literally walk into
So
traffic.
just about the time we're starting to relax, relax from the day.
And I'm higher than boat dog gas.
The man came in to get our plates, and he just was coming in.
I put the little chain on the door and you hear it. Excuse me, senor. And he's rattling the chain. And he's in the room. He got it off. And if I had a picture of Marissa's face in this moment, the terror. And I was like, what is going on? And I'm like, hey, man, you going to need to come back. And I thought maybe I was just hearing things.
No, he was with us.
And anyways, yeah, I forgot about that part.
How?
I don't know. I got to put that in my notes for when I try to get a refund for this bullcrap.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, that happened. We end up going to bed, wake up. Hey, we'll just fresh start tomorrow. Go to breakfast. Bleh. Try not to get
Blah,
food
blah.
poisonous again. Then they tell us that there's no availability at the 3 restaurants out of 13.
Or the
that are
spa
open.
or anything else that
Yeah,
we went there
for-
to do.
Spa. We got to tell a spa story too.
No.
Yeah, we got to tell that.
No.
Yeah, we got to tell that. From Punta Cana that time, we got to tell that story. It's amazing. It's the funniest story.
So it was terrible.
But Lucas turned it around, didn't he?
Yes.
What did he do? I said,
Got right on his little laptop.
and said, we're getting the hell out of here.
So a $200 cab ride.
Wasn't that much. It was like $130.
And
The
then we
only
had to,
cash I had.
yeah, and we had to change cabs. If you're ever in Mexico and they're like, we're going to take you so far and then you're going to change cabs, then
Because
you know
this one
you
doesn't
might
go fast enough.
pass away. But we're at this point we were willing to maybe die in a cab.
We had to go like an hour and a half to a new place. And it was the original place I was going to book. And it was called Breathless. Breathless Cancun Soul. It's owned by Hyatt. And it was awesome. It was awesome. We turned it
was
around. The
so
restaurants were
good.
good. The food was some of the best food we've ever had
Yes.
at a resort. And some of a couple of the restaurants we were like,
Yeah.
This is borderline some of the best. Like, this is great food.
It was really good.
They
Really
had a
fun.
twerking pool.
They had Sexy Tony.
What?
The little worker, Sexy
Oh,
Tony.
you didn't give me a new nickname?
Lucas.
Poppy.
Poppy. Hey, and I'm always here to give men tips.
Oh,
I'm gonna
here we go.
brag on you.
Oh, hang on a second.
Make a sound effect.
You can push any of those over there, except that one. That was literally
So
and
low
the blue
budget.
One, not the top right one. Ooh, heartbeat. Here we go.
Oh, is it still doing it? I can't hear it.
Oh, you couldn't hear it? No, it's not doing it anymore.
Oh.
It doesn't do it for very long.
No, I really, every time we have done one of these, like, you do everything. Like, you book it, you make all the plans, you do the plane tickets, you do everything. And I literally just go. And I feel like I spend every day juggling everybody's schedule and where they have to be and who's got what and keeping up with everybody. And so just that's a win, guys. It's a win.
I am your tour guide.
You are my tour guide. But and it doesn't have to be leave the country. I mean, that requires passports and a lot of things, and it can be pricey, but like just a night, just plan where literally it's thoughtless on her part. It is perfect. But these trips are very special for me because like I literally just show up.
And I normally we've gone over this, like I suck at Christmas sometimes.
Yeah.
Birthday. Well, I guess you can take the good with the bad, right?
For better or worse.
Worse. For the last couple of years, every couple of years, we do something like this normally.
Yes.
And
We needed it this year. It's
I
been
appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
That
I love it. Like I just truly like I don't have to like
I do kind of talk to her like a kid sometimes in the airport, like, hey, get your shit and come on, because she's just like standing there looking at a neon sign or something, or look at what this person's got on. I'm like, hey, let's go. Move it along.
I'm so
Move it along.
man.
Marissa but she did travel abroad. She went to England without me one time, which
I
scared
did.
the bejesus out of me.
Because you've seen me travel and you knew.
God, it was a direct flight from Nashville, though. Thank God.
Yeah.
There and back, but she made it obviously there and
And
back, and it's crazy. But I would suggest, if you've never been out of the country, this is a Traveling Circus YouTube channel. We can talk about this. If you've never been out of the country, Cancun's a good spot.
It's so easy.
Their airport's easy. To me, it's easy. If
The
you've
people are
been there,
so nice.
I'm sure people listening to this, because this is our third time going down there.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people listening to this going, "Oh, it sucks. I've been there."
No, you did it wrong.
Depends on it could
Maybe they
depend
went
on,
to where we were.
Yeah, but it could depend on your experience anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
I know.
everybody's going to look at things different, and not everybody's going to like what we like. But we went to Punta Cana
We did.
one time, Dominican Republic.
Yep.
It was pretty easy. It was cool.
easy.
We went to Costa Rica the year we got married on our honeymoon, and it was not easy.
No.
Long trip,
Long
long
trip.
ways down there. Cool, very cool experience.
Yeah.
Saw whales.
We did see whales.
Caught a big sailfish. It was cool, but not easy. Guanacaste, Costa Rica. It was not easy. Kind of in the mountains. Howler monkeys hollering around,
Hate you.
waking you up. Well, they wake you up at daylight every morning. Remember that? It was
Yeah.
crazy. It's so loud.
I'm always blown away, and it was true when I went to London as well. That in other countries, people are so nice and they're so welcoming and they're so happy for you to be there.
Yeah, but they get that tourism's part of their deal.
I know, but we're mean, and like we come back to our own country and they're screaming and yelling and hateful in the airport.
Hey, you know what? Hey, it's America. Love it or leave it. All right.
Well,
Breathless. Cancun forever.
no, but I do. I mean, like they take the time to learn our language, and they're so helpful.
I said
and
that in
they're
the first
so
of the-
nice.
I said
and then,
that.
Yeah.
At the first of the show, like, it's selfish of us. Like, you just assume that everybody's going to know English everywhere you go, but they deal with so many English speaking people, and they're like, hey, this is my job.
Yeah.
And dude, you don't ever have a problem, whether it's a driver going to and from, whether it's somebody at the airport, they all speak at least enough English.
Yes.
But a lot of them can just, it's like you're talking to whoever. They do say Dunkin, Lucas, Dunkin, Marissa.
I like how they say Marissa.
They do say it fancy like.
Fancy.
But yeah, don't go to Grand Palladium and don't
Ever.
buy Spectrum Internet because they both suck. I talked a little bit about Spectrum and the reason we didn't do this live.
We have another Spectrum bill. I don't know.
Where are they located? I will say this right
Where's
here.
the headquarters?
Swear to God, dude, I want to go talk to the main boss. Like, is that Bowser? Like, what do you do? Do you have to go through all the castles to get there? Because you spent
4 hours.
on the phone the other day. I spent an hour and a half the other day. That's why, like, it's so stupid. But anyways, we'll get it resolved. Spectrum can suck it. I will say that. I can say that. They can suck it. This is Low Budget Live. I can say what I want to say.
Okay.
I'm the host for 7 years of this. Speaking of, so you have been with me for many years now. We've documented that. So many years. I know. It's been terrible. But you were with me before all this. I was, that's the heartbeat again. I'm your heartbeat. That's what I'm going to edit that to look like. How has life changed because of this? So 10 years, a long time. Mm-hmm. But 7 years of this show, how has life changed in your eyes? Also, is that a damn airplane fixing to run through the house? God. Spectrum, they hurt us. Bastards. How has life changed in your eyes because of Low Budget Live? Either maybe the good, the bad, and the ugly. I don't think that's bad to tell people.
No. We've met a lot of people. I feel like we've met a lot of people. We go places, and sometimes people feel like they know us better than they know us, which is funny sometimes, but I like it. But
you became the triple threat because of this show.
I did indeed. Somebody asked me to sign that one time, and I was like, okay. I mean, it is fun. I mean, I think the kids always think it's funny when we're, 8 hours from home and somebody's like, low lifer. And anyway, that's fun. But no, I think it's definitely allowed you to stay connected in a lot of ways. No, it got rough at one point. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
People sending
There's
things.
a lot of really terrible people on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of really terrible people, but it was a brief storm. I'll say that because there's a lot of great people.
Well, and I
that
think,
tune into the show all
I
the
think
time.
it was those people that kind of got us through that, because I wanted all this to stop.
No doubt.
Like, I wanted it to be done. I didn't sign up to like be internet bullied and people message our children and that got
death threats and physical threats. And,
so I was kind of over it then, but then it was all the other people that were like, they outweighed, I guess.
oh, for sure. And like going through everything with Mom, these folks have meant so much to us and our family.
Oh yeah.
Gifts we've received, like
Yes.
the cool special things. Like it's
That's fun.
it's been it's just been one hell of a ride, and kind of made the decision, to start doing it more after I left the tour, and to stay plugged in. 2019 was the last year of that, and it has all I've ever wanted since I was a kid was to be in the fishing industry in some way. Never saw this being the avenue necessarily. And now, there's a lot of this going on. There's a lot of, things are changing. They're changing fast. I'm grateful. I'm grateful.
Yeah,
that almost
for sure.
almost 300 episodes straight and 7 years off, really went full bore late 2019 and posting every week, but and haven't missed a ton since then. And thanks to you and the kids for putting up with that, because it cuts into our weekends. I got a full-time jobs up. But again, this show, these low lifers, the opportunities that have arisen out of this have been amazing, and I don't know, man. It's crazy to think about, to be honest. And you and I had kind of an emotional couple days talking and reminiscing, and we've been looking at pictures of our kids. Our kids are all growing up, and it's not easy all the time looking back, but at all the things that have changed. But it's pretty damn awesome. At the end of the day, this show has been.
Oh yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
To be more fun than not,
Yeah.
And to be in our shop in the garage, to have caused so many stirs at times. Now, let me ask you this for the lowlifers. I'm interviewing you. This is an interview.
All right.
Marissa. Do I stress you out in situations where it's like a full send week where you're like, oh gosh, there's some shenanigans at play in the bass fishing world. And you're like, he's fixing to go out there and hit the red button on that computer and camera. And
Yes.
does it stress you out?
Sometimes it stresses me out.
Before or after all the bull crap with the stupid people?
Well, I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like you're kind of in a different place with it now too. Like there for a while, it was just like controversial, you know, like just, I don't know. People, I guess if I can say this, I don't know. You can edit it out since we're not live.
I don't edit anything ever. So
But no, it's like,
full send, whatever
I
you
just
say.
feel like sometimes like, you know, people want things said and told, but they don't want it on their shoulders. They want you
Oh yeah,
to be
we
the
went
one
through that.
to say it and talk about it. And then you're the pot stir or whatever. And it's like,
My favorite thing of getting called over the years, people are like, man, that guy's so toxic. Oh, wait, those are always the episodes that have the most views because people love toxicity, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's really weird. It's been a wild ride in that regard.
Yeah.
And I think you can tell people more than anything. It's like, I'm a brutally honest person. Like, I hurt your feelings a lot, yours included. Like, if you're like, hey, what about this scenario? And I'll be like, this is what I think. And it hurts your feelings if it's not what you're wanting to hear, I guess.
I told
and
you
it's
this week, I don't like when you say what I don't want to hear.
This is true. She doesn't like when I say, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
do, yeah.
right, wrong, or indifferent. And like my dad's the same way. Like I have, like, my mom was that way. I just I'm me.
Yeah.
Like I try to be me.
Yeah. But I just, you know, there's just been there, you know, and like I say, I feel like it's not like as wild or whatever anymore. But
Well, I feel like there's so many people now trying to stir crap on
Yeah.
like TikTok and all that to try to get the quick views and
Yeah.
the minute videos trying to stir the crap that by the time they get to my fat old self, they're already
heard it.
all caught up on all the stupid drama.
But yeah, just, you know, sometimes I felt like things would get dumped in your lap. Like, you need to talk about this. Don't connect me in any way. It's like, okay, thanks.
Do you remember the time, and I can't say who it was because I love him and he's like a hero of mine, but there was a time, I'll give you all this. It was an angler that fished BPT and came back to bass. One of those few that went originally. And he said, maybe I can't remember if I know I haven't talked about this publicly, like who it was, but he wanted to call in and spill all the beans. You'll remember this. You'll remember who this was too. Spill all the beans. But he wanted to do it with his voice disguised.
Yeah.
And I said, no. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do that because I think people will think I'm making this up. And it was in the
Yeah.
height of all that, like them trying to get us, like, make me lose my job and all that.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to point out how hilarious it is that the people they went to try to get me fired ended up getting fired from TSR.
Yeah.
Can I?
That's what you can say.
That's hilarious.
I don't know the name.
That's hilarious. I'm sorry. That just happened this year. And again, amazing. That's an applause.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay.
that's actually hilarious. I got to leave on my own terms, and then that guy got fired.
And
Hilarious.
then like the fake pages and then
Oh yeah,
it's you.
yeah. I got accused of that all the
Yeah.
time. I'm like, buddy, I barely have time to do this actual show. I'm not a fake internet page.
Yeah.
Not a
Anyway.
fake internet
Yeah,
page.
there's been some weird stuff. But
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite moment that has happened because of the show? Like in our life, like something funny or like a funny story or something that's happened to you. For me, with you in particular, it's you signing autographs as the triple threat at the 2020 Birmingham Classic when we brought COVID into the world.
Yeah.
And then you had it for like 6 months, but
Yeah,
they
COVID.
didn't have tests for it.
No. Well, you know, whenever it used to be like you and Darian and Corey,
Mm-hmm.
and I would be like on the couch and y'all would be wherever doing it. And I would like,
On Instagram Live when it was
Yeah.
like no record of it.
and
yeah.
I would send you things to your phone in the moment while you were doing the show. And it was just funny because,
What were those things, like bad things?
well, there was that one time that y'all were by a pool and the umbrellas coming up behind your head, the way they were shaped, they looked like
Go ahead.
Male Anatomy.
Ah, damn! I thought you were going to say it.
And so I added some artwork, and I'm sending that to you, and you're trying to like keep talking.
A really good podcast would have that still somewhere where they could throw that up on this, but I don't have that.
It was so.
We do somewhere in the
Yeah.
in the bowels of messages over the years between you and I. But yeah, I can remember a lot. I remember pre-Low Budget Live. So being on tour with Wes,
Yeah.
and we'd go live. That's kind of where it started. Was me and Wes would go live, and old Red Steph, and there was a night in a hot tub in Lake Cumberland where Steph was wearing a bikini and you were just firing in the comments. I remember that. It was amazing.
Here we are.
Yep. And so funny, man. So funny. Triple threat story. I've got notes. Like, you were an actual guest. Yeah, I got notes. And I know you're hungry.
I'm
I know you're
sorry.
tired.
I'm tired, hungry, and tired. And hot. These lights are hot.
But they are hot. It gets very hot. Triple threat story get asked all the time. There's really not a lot to it, in my opinion. Like, it's just not. But you and I, we used to, and it's for me, thinking back on these times when I started doing the audio version of this. So shout out to my buddy Brian the Carpenter. We were doing Instagram lives, and some of y'all are still here from those days. Like she's saying, me, Darren, Corey, we're doing Instagram live. We'd do one here, one there. We had no record of it. None. Didn't have a MacBook, didn't have anything. And Brian the Carpenter's like, hey man, this is good what you're doing. I enjoy it. And he was producing Ike Live at the time, now Bass After Dark. And he's like, you gotta record, like you're basically wasting your time. And dude, for me, we were dragging all this equipment around and just having the time of our lives. Didn't know where we were headed or what it was. And so I bought a MacBook, I bought a mixer, learned how to use it for recording an audio podcast. I put it on iTunes. I'll never forget like getting it on there. Like, oh my God, this is cool. Spotify and all that crap. And we had a desk in our bedroom here at the house, and I had my little microphone set up in there, and we would just do an audio version. And that's really when I started counting them, was from those moments back in, and I think that was in like 19 for sure. Cause I remember having like Terry Bolton on after he won an FLW in January that year that I was in. This is when we were filming the Traveling Circus that year with our buddy Austin Boyd. Like, so many things were happening, and you and I were doing one around Halloween, I remember, and you made a joke that you dance, you sing, you're funny, and you said, I'm a real triple threat. Like, you said it on the show.
And smart.
And something, I don't know which one of y'all, if y'all were the lowlifer that grabbed it. Somebody did though.
Yeah.
And it was like, it would show up. There were no YouTube comments. It would show up and Facebook comments and Instagram comments. And it was like, triple threat. Where's the triple threat? And I'm like, holy crap. And it stuck like glue, but
And
that's
has.
all it was. And people want it to be this.
A lot of things.
So many things. Like, Marissa has family members that come up to her and go, what's the triple threat? Because I'll say it, or they'll see people say it, and people say, happy birthday, triple threat, or whatever when I make a post. And that's it. Like, that's where it came from. Triple threat was born. And whoever you are, if you're in the comments, DM me your address somewhere. I'll send you something, because I don't remember, and I apologize. There's so many of y'all lowlifers that I've gotten to know and I consider great friends now, and different things over the years. We've spent a lot of time together doing this, but I don't remember who it was that just grabbed it. And we got, like, back then, like the numbers the show does now, and so many lowlifers is exponentially more than it was then. But we had a good foundation. When I went from Instagram to go, hey guys, this is going to be an audio version, like, people listened. Like, I was getting a lot of downloads pretty early on. We were very fortunate, but that caught like wildfire
And
still
stuck, yeah.
and stuck. So that was probably 2019. So 5 years ago, that stuck, still sticking. And I get asked all the time, like, in person, in comments, what does triple threat mean? So there you go. If you were listening to this episode, the origin of the triple threat is just that. It was at a desk in our bedroom, the corner of our bedroom. recording an
I
LBL.
was just tooting my horn.
Tooting her horn. Toot, toot, indeed. And the triple threat was born right there. All right. I wanna talk about this real quick. And then we can
Let me eat.
let you eat. Because you've been a good sport.
I have.
And I really do appreciate it meant a lot to me to do this episode with you. It did. I wanted to
look better.
I want to look better every day, honey. You know? And
Y'all just listen to this one. Don't watch it. Isn't that a choice? They can just listen.
they can listen, yeah.
Listen and don't watch this one.
The audio low-lifers.
Audio
Low-lifers.
low-lifers.
But
Rain.
a lot more people watch it on YouTube. So it is what it is.
Okay.
Boo-boo.
Filter.
I'll filter it.
Okay.
I almost said, I mean, in today's world with AI, I could probably make you like
You
a
can make me
celebrity or
whatever.
something. What celebrity would I pick?
What? How are you?
You
wrapping up
mentioned
this?
Sexy Tony, the little Mexican fellow you met at the resort that was in charge of entertainment down there. And he was
trying
a
to-
gem of a human.
Just trying to figure out how to get him here for a better life.
I think Sexy Tony's understand this. He
Sexy
called
Tony's
himself
having a
Sexy
good
Tony.
life.
Sexy Tony. There's a lot of single ladies. There's a lot of that going on.
And not single
And
ladies,
twerking.
but their own girls' trips.
And Sexy Tony has a good existence. Okay,
Yeah,
understand
yeah,
that.
yeah.
He's by that pool bar every day. He's doing all right in life. I think Sexy
Yeah.
Tony
It's good.
don't want to come to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Southern Middle. He's going to be like,
Well, if he
Amish.
changes his mind,
Yeah, come here. That's weird. Shout out Sexy Tony. I know he's a low lifer. I know he's listening.
he's just such a happy guy.
He was a very happy guy. I forget what his female friend's name was that I liked, but it wasn't Sexy Tony. Anyways, what celebrity would I pick?
Scarlett Johansson, maybe. Why are you doing that with your face?
Yeah,
With her puffy lips.
I'm a fan. Yeah.
I know. Anyway, what you were trying to be sweet, now you're getting in a ditch.
Welcome to Life with Luke.
Don't say
Right
what
there.
I don't want you to not say.
Yeah, there you go. No, so, and we've talked about this a little bit on here, I think on one of the lives. I can't remember. We haven't done too many this year.
No, because I don't do it.
You turn me down a lot. I think I need people to understand that she turns me around. That's kind of why Dunkin' Butts happened, because you turn me down all the time. So now Josh,
But look how great that was.
Dunkin' Butts is great. You do love the Dunkin' Butts.
See?
You do love Dunkin' Butts.
It was a win.
Josh Butts is a real G. We're going to do another Dunkin' Butts very soon.
He drinks a lot of beer.
He does like Busch Light.
Yeah.
He can.
I've never seen so many Busch Light cans in my life as
He
when
can
he
drink.
leaves
He
here.
can drink Busch Light better than
I was
any
like-
human I've ever seen, other than
I hope he recycles.
Josh Butts is one of my favorite humans, and his lovely bride, L.A. Lorian, made a crazy life decision.
Yes.
I wouldn't say crazy, but life was getting out of hand
Out of hand.
for us. You're just gonna repeat everything I say? Is it?
Yes. No, I'm not.
Damn, buddy,
I'm not. I was just getting in the moment.
you get in the moment. But life was crazy. Corporate life sucked very much. It still sucks. Sounds like. For my dear friends, they're still having to put up with it, but sucked. And I came to you and like, can't do it anymore. Mm-hmm. And you said, figure it out. That has been your word. Those are the words we live by in our family. We've never had it easy from the jump. There's a lot of things folks won't ever know about us and our relationship, as far as like we've been through hell and back again. And I guess I want to ask, how has this year been as we figured it out? Like, because I try to talk to the people and say, and I think you would back me up on this, it's scary as hell. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, it's
Very much
scary.
so, yeah.
And I can look at this camera and say that all the time, but like, when you have a family and you have a lot of things attached to you, it's not just your decision. Mm-hmm. But if you have the opportunity to figure it out,
Then figure it out.
you should, right?
Oh, hands down, figure it out. And I think that sometimes taken on the role of being someone's support system while they're figuring it out is huge because, you're, and your mind is still, just all over the place constantly as you are figuring it out. But, I don't know. I try to kind of be the rock here.
The anchor.
Yeah.
The foundation.
Yeah, because, and I do think that people, I teach at a college and I have the wonderful experience of being a part of the lives of kids or at that
changing lives. Like
and they're at that age, and I just, you and I were having that conversation this week, where I've got a little girl and, I just want her to know she's bigger than the little town she comes from and all that. And
if she wants to be.
If she wants to be. And I've told her, like, just figure it out. Figure you out. Figure it out. And sometimes people are like, oh, it's easy to say. But, I mean, at the end of the day, like, nobody's coming to fix it for you. Like, nobody's going to come in and fix it. Like, nobody's on their way to, like, make it happen. Like, you have to figure it out. And you've got to figure out what changes you need. You got to figure out what's going to make that happen. You got to figure out what if it doesn't go like you think. But, I mean, you have to figure it out. And I do think that, surrounding yourself with people who support you figuring it out is, it's big.
And sincerely support you. Because a lot of people are like, man, if you need anything, hey, man, if you need anything, but you find out
that they don't mean it.
Well, a lot don't.
Yeah.
But what you find out when you step off of a cliff, and I've used the analogy on here, like learn to swim, earlier this year when I talked about leaving TH and all that. You find out when the dust settles and it gets quiet, who's actually on your side. You do.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not talking about like if you work for a company and your friend leaves and you are like, for example, like they are supposed to quit and come with that type thing. Like I'm not like everybody's situation is different in life and whatever. But I'm saying you find out real quick the relationships you've had. I think you would attest to this, that you thought were sincere. You go, ooh, okay.
Yeah.
And then there are some you go, yep, that's my dude.
Yeah.
That's my girl. Like that's, and I have, if I've learned anything through this process this year of stepping out of 19 years of my adult life, half my life basically, you figure out who your people are.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
you figure out a lot about yourself too, man. And I can't thank you enough for figuring it out with me over 10 years, because I mean, most people watching and listening at home probably imagine that it's probably a dream being married to me. They get to see my smart ass on here and know that I'm just running a bath for you and, rose petals all the time. I got a lot going on
all the time.
And, I'm glad you have figured it out with me for 10 damn years. That is, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Look at us being all committed.
Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. And thank you for being the triple threat. This show would not, really, not be the same without the triple threat. I love you very much, and I'm proud we got to do a low budget live, not so live together. I don't know that.
I get to review it, make sure it's good for me.
No. Oh, it's always good for you, girl. That's what she said. What?
In this.
I'm going to take y'all out with Biloxi. No, you don't get to end anything. Take y'all out with some Biloxi Blues. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for always tuning in. There are very loyal people that listen to the show, no matter the guest, no matter the situation. Have stuck with it thick, thin. There's been, 2 or 3 times in 7 years that you've had an option to not listen if you didn't want to, not watch. And I see the same names, a lot of the same names pop up week after week after week after week on social media. I see you supporting Southern Boating Supply. If you want to support Southern Boating Supply, they can use code LBL10. I've got them a little code on there.
Oh, a little Okay.
Get a break. We have a lot more products coming.
I want a code. I want like a T3.
Oh my God.
I want my own code. I'll work on my code, y'all.
When your new hats come in.
Oh, yeah.
And I got an email on that today, by the way. Not
There's-
to talk shop on that.
Chick hats coming.
And all you low-life and wives out there
Yeah.
can have a Southern Boating hat at LBL 10. Those will be available very
they're
soon.
the good chick hat.
They were a good chick hat. But I appreciate y'all, man, for real. I know Marissa doesn't get the opportunity to say it publicly very often to all of y'all, but this show changed our lives. It changed our lives in a very positive way. A lot of opportunities have came our way because of it, and I can't thank y'all enough week in and week out. I know I say it every week, but I say it with the utmost sincerity every single week. I don't take it lightly that I get to do this and that people click it every single week, man. It's an hour of your life. You choose to spend it with me, ultimately with us. It supports our family, and we appreciate it very much.
Very much.
Tell them you're going to take them out with Biloxi Blues.
I'm going to take you out with Biloxi Blues.
Do you still think I'm like a hot musician?
The hottest.
Come on, girl. We got to go, man.
You're so stupid.
Could make it last.
See ya.
Spanish moss and Civil War ghosts. Well, I'm gonna leave them in the past. Any direction, Lord, I'll be fine. It don't matter east or west. North, south, wherever the wind blows, I'm leaving those burdens at rest. This highway, it does not know my name, and I don't care. No, I don't care. Heading my way for another place, and I got 3 good tires and a spare. Just a white line gypsy getting out of Mississippi with just enough gas to get there.